It's Ken Anderson back again for Unifon. Now, be honest. You often spell words just like they sound. At least you get as close as you can with only half an alphabet. Internet shortcut spelling is your creative way to write. There's a whole subculture on the internet chat circuit built around creative spelling. And guess what? Everyone learns that creative spelling system in a week or less. The comedian Gallagher had a routine that points out how silly our spelling system is. It goes something like this. 1. Where's the wah-wah? 1 needs a wah-wah, but there's no wah-wah for 1. 2. Now there's a wah-wah. 2 has a wah-wah it doesn't need. Why not give it to the wah-one? Okay, you get the idea. Our spelling system is laughable. So why don't we take Gallagher's advice and spell 1 the way it sounds? Why not take his advice for every word, in fact? You can read this word even with its strange spelling, and you know it's either the numeral 1 or the victory 1. Unifon spells both those words w-n because that's the way they sound. But you know the meaning by how it's used. Oh, you can handle this. We do it all the time. The word cell has 2 ways to spell the same string of sounds. Rain has 3 different spellings. But when someone uses them in a sentence, you know what they mean. Can you read this sentence? You'll have to guess at 2 of the words because they use new Unifon letters. And you guessed correctly if you said, he won that one. Then you understand the sentence even though it had the word one in it twice. And you guessed the new sounds correctly. If you need some help, that's okay too. The first new sound is E, like the E in beat or seat. The other new letter is th sound, like th in then or this. In future video segments, we'll explore some of the ridiculous things we find in English. But for now, let's look at the rest of the alphabet. First, the letters you already know, along with a sample word. In each case, our sample word is spelled the same in Unifon as it is in standard English. Just makes it a little easier to get started. A, at. B, bat. D, dan. E, and. F, fan. G, get. H, hot. E, bin. J, jog. K, kin. L, lag. M, mob. N, not. A, bond. P, pond. R, ran. S, sat. T, tan. Son. V, van. W, win. Y, yet. Z, zip. The new vowels are easier to learn if we put them into the 5 familiar groups. There are 3 different sounds in the A group. You already know the first one, a, bat. The new ones are a, like in bait, and aw, like in ball. The E group has 3 sounds. You have seen 2 of them, e for end, and e as in beat. The new one is as in fern. The I group has 2 sounds. You know the first one already, I in bin. The new one is I as in tie. The O group has 5 sounds. You know the first 2. A, bond. O, bone. That's the cirrhosis O sound, remember? Book. Ow, bow. oi, boy. The U group has 3 sounds. You have seen one of those. Son. The new ones are soon, and feud. To help you learn, even the shapes for each group have something familiar. The A group all have the same tent shape. All the E sounds have 3 horizontal lines. The I's have 2 horizontal lines. O's are all round, and U's are all curved at the bottom. Did you think it would be too difficult to learn all those new letters? When you put them into the 5 familiar categories, it's pretty easy, isn't it? Each letter has its own unique sound, yet each of them resembles something familiar to you. Only 6 letters remain. Even those have something familiar to help you learn the sounds they represent. The ch sound is most often represented in traditional spelling by the letters ch, like in chin. Unifon uses a C with a slash through it. The sh sound is usually represented by sh. Unifon spells it with a /s. There are 2 sounds represented by th in traditional spelling. Unifon requires a unique letter for each of them. Th, as in then or this, and th, like in thin or thick. The letters ng in traditional spelling only represent 1 sound, so Unifon uses 1 letter. Ng, as in sing. ZH is the least used sound in Unifon, so it may be the hardest one to remember, but it's the sound found in measure, azure, and, for those of us who are old enough to remember, jaja. Well, there you have it. 40 letters, 1 for each of the 40 sounds we use when we talk. You already know 23 of them. Learn all 40 and you can write or read any word you can speak. Just write the sounds. To help you with a sound you find difficult to remember, use a chart like this one from the Unifon website. You can download 4 fonts there. Then download a keyboard layout chart that you can display near your computer and start typing in Unifon. Try out our site translator. You can type something in traditional English and see it printed out in Unifon English. Or read jokes, articles, and children's books in Unifon. If your interest is education, check out the resources for teachers and parents. There is a public Unifon chat room at Skype. You, your children, and your students may ask questions or post messages, jokes, and stories there by typing in Unifon. It's monitored to warn and block inappropriate language, so you will need permission to post messages there. Or join the Unifon Yahoo group, where we discuss spelling issues. Our moderator for that forum is Dr. Steve Bett, our resident linguistics expert. For those of you who may be interested in more serious subject matter, consider Dr. Bett's pages or the discussions about why English-speaking people have the highest incidence of dyslexia. In the future, the whole world will probably read and write English using Unifon. It just makes too much sense. Until we have a letter for each sound we speak, there's no way to write words the way they sound. You will never have enough letters to do that without Unifon. So far, the English language has over 500,000 words. But learn Unifon and you can immediately spell all 500,000 words correctly. Thanks for watching. And please do visit us at www.unifon.org.